Okay. Okay, we are live. Let's go Discord and we are live. All right, let's wait for some people to join. We also do this part. Are we live? Yeah, on Twitch we are. Good. And also on YouTube we are as well. I see that people actually on YouTube are starting actually to follow, which is really nice. Yeah, that's something cool. All right, do you have any viewers on Twitch? Stream Elements started. Nice. Does Stream Elements actually notify people? I have no idea. No idea, my friend. All right, we are now live. We need 6,800 likes for some flares. Let's get them, boss. AR Oracle. Let me do Tmax here. And let's see what you can do, right? What I wanted to do in today is to work on the UI a bit, even though that yesterday we did something. And Vim, and here we go, here, AI, and we have to CD server. Oh, it's bun run dev, right? Cool. Bun run dev works, and here we go. Now we are starting on TikTok, and we have our stream live on TikTok as well. Let me just get things up in front of me. I think I have like a really good PC, but nearly soon I will need to upgrade, honestly, because a lot of things happened and a lot of things are out there that are better than my PC right now. And honestly, I think that I need to get me a 4090 at some point to play Red Dead Redemption again on 4K. But yeah. Okay, guys. Today we're gonna continue with this. Yesterday we were at the server part where we defined some routes, and we already tested this. So I remember pinging it. So with Postman, and I'll show you that how it works. Let me get Postman to be outside like this, and I'll just zoom out this. And here we go. So if I send the chat, it should return something, right? So do you know? Oh man. Oh. Right now it just replied on that. And let me ask it like something super stupid, like, yeah, I'm waiting also for the first comment. Hey dude, his name is Bo. How can I read Bola? Shannon or something. Hey mate, don't forget to follow. I think, is this your first time on stream? No, I don't think so. Yeah, welcome to stream. Cool. So now I need to ask like some couple of questions about this prompt thingy. So I'm actually building this AI tool, and here we go. We ask it something really vast, like how many planets in our solar system or something like that, right? And it needs to return like there are 13 planets, so it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of wrong. I bought this account as Twitch on board affiliate. Yes, his random name, but I don't bought Twitch since the bans are now really often. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, but you are following since 7th of April, so you're new here. Nice. Cool. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. All right, so do you launch apps? Yeah, I launched them at the end. We are going actually to launch this one once it's ready. Today we can continue working on its front end basically, and we'll make sure that it goes very well and it goes as standard React 19 code. We are going to use some stuff that are new, so basically as the use transition, something like that. And yeah, we're gonna do that once some people join the live stream. So I'm waiting for some of you to join, and we're gonna do that. So yeah, hopefully everybody is aware, and we can start in a bit. Right now I'm trying to get something done very quickly to this screen so I can watch you guys. Cool. Oh no, I have Tmax broken, as always. Okay, then I'll read some of the comments. With frontend, are you writing everything on your own or use AI for that? I tried Versal and it does a good job with frontend. Yeah, all the AIs will do good job with frontend, honestly. But for me, I tend to write everything myself just to remember certain aspects. But honestly, it's not really that much of a hustle. If you just wanna do it with AI, do it. If you wanna do it yourself, do it. What matters is that you go back later on and debug some of the stuff that you wrote, right? And that's it. That's all I can say about this, right? Cool. Hopefully that answers your questions. So our friend here said he tried today his first iOS nightmare. France, China needs special documents. EU needs GDPR. US CCPA. Yeah, that's something that you need to be aware of. Once you actually have an application running, you need to actually read about policies and stuff like that. So if you don't, then you will be in a big trouble because you might do something that is not allowed in certain countries, like taxes, for example. Taxes are not on digital assets most of the time. So for example, if you buy a game from Canada, you need to pay 20%, let's say, or the US as well, as a tax on digital assets or digital services. In countries like North Africa or like in North African countries like Morocco, Tunisia, where I'm from, also in the Middle East, we don't pay this digital tax. So basically, it's totally different. So you need to communicate that saying, hey, you really don't do that here, so you're safe. And that tend to help your user to understand what you're doing and tend also to let you know where to actually ship your products, right? So it's kind of important. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let me actually, I'm gonna purge something very quickly here. I have Glaze WM, which is my talent manager, working really badly these days. So I need to find out why. It's always whenever I run something with it, it just tends to break, right? So now I'm going to run it again. While, let me search the terminal. Does it open automatically? Okay. So now I'm gonna do something quickly, which is to run it again, basically. Okay. Now my tiling, my tiling is super fun, and I need to just rearrange the whole thing. Cool. Any other questions though regarding this? What's a good free tier AI API to develop? I mean, the one that I'm using right now, as you see in the screen, that's really a good free one, and it works very well, and it tends to work really awesome. And yeah, that's it. That's the thing that I would probably share with people, because there is this open AI SDK which we used yesterday that helps you actually choose a free tier API, and one of them being the, what is it called? Let me check in a second now, and I will let you know. Yeah, I do have an experience with machine learning and computer vision. I actually switched from once on a data engineering job, just to work with APIs using Databricks, and that's where I actually worked a lot with kind of these data models, right? But honestly, machine learning seems to be more computing and stuff like that, and computer science for sure. You tend to use a lot of libraries that I don't know of, but it depends also on the developer, and it depends also on the project, right? So for me, I was like looking at macroscoping kinda. All right, I will purge my terminal right now. You won't see my terminal. Or let me just switch that out. I have PowerShell running there. Let me just purge it completely. So you won't see anything right now behind me. Just for a second while I actually launch this back. And now you can see it again, right? Cool. Hopefully that works. Cool. Now I need to know which application to put on the side and which application to take off. So this one needs to be there. That's down. And here we go. We are good. Awesome. Now I'll try to share with you the WSL part. Here I will launch Tmux. I will also go to create what is it called, CBC and the CB dot, and then I will do this as my developer environment, and I will do this as my main environment. So here if I go ZAI and I clear this and I do bun or maybe CD server, and then I do bun run dev, that's where I run that, and then I'll go the same folder here, so I can switch between them like that. And yeah, now maybe I'll just end them here, and then you can see the project directly. And one of the things that I wanted to show you also, which we talked about in a second, was the server part where I built the AI. So the one that I use for free is Mistral 7B Instruct. That's the one that is free. You can use it, and you need your API key for that as well, by the way. Yeah, so yeah, you need that 100%, so make sure to get it. Cool. Let me now actually show you. So I am on Twitch as well. If you are on TikTok, you can go and watch me on Twitch. On Twitch, we have also the link tree here. So I want to share with you my link tree. We have Twitch, my email. If you actually want to do like something with me, or maybe you want to collaborate on something, please let me know. I will be happy to do that. And I'll share the link tree in both here. You can in Twitch click socials and it will be there, or on TikTok I need just to pin this and you will be able to see it. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Yeah, you will try it out. Thanks. All right, cool, man. Try it and let me know. It's kind of easy to use, but also it's kind of limited, right? You are not hearing my mic? Are you sure? On entend rien. Are you sure, mate? You need to make sure that I see my mic working fine. My mic is working fine, actually. Are you guys hearing me good? All right, I think you do. Yeah. All right, so another guy actually said, I just made a cool login function with Auth0 that works good now, so I'm happy as fuck after 3 hours. Anto, I get it. Oh, Suzy's here. Nice to meet you again. Here you go. Yeah, we are early. I try to come early these days just because I have a couple of projects that I work with Americans with. So I need to be around their 5 p.m. PST time online, so around my 11 p.m. So yeah, that's why I am here early. But overall, I would do this at midnight, kinda, yeah. All right, so this project that we're building right now, hey, Hafid in the chat on Twitch. Nice to meet you again, mate. Like, glad you're here. So the thing is that everybody is talking about AI as it is the next big thing, right? AI should be very concise. AI should be super good. AI should return good stuff. I am building the AI that always tell you the wrong answer. That's it. I want to do the total opposite. It knows the answer, but it will hide it for you. It will act very confident. and it will show you always the wrong answers. And I feel like this is a good idea for an AI. That's it. I mean, I feel like this is gonna be a really cool thing to do, and honestly, it's gonna be super fun to build as well. Yeah, that's it. That's all, right? What do you think? Is it like something cool? I mean, yeah, it is cool, for me at least. Did you watch Black Mirror? There's a new season, and I love it. Oh, I actually watched only 3 episodes of the first season of Black Mirror. Then I tend not to like it too much. I don't know why, but maybe I just watched the worst 3 episodes. I don't know. I will watch it. I will try. Just give me the best. I know that every episode is actually talking about something different. So maybe give me like a really one good episode that will convert me, you know? The point of people using this AI, because it's gonna be free, and I want people to share it with their friends and troll them. That's it. That's it. Tell them, hey, this is AI, this is free, and maybe you can you can actually use it for your job or something like that. It's very funny. It's like that. My wife actually looked at this and she said, I feel like the AI is like your ex when you asked him where have you been. Like, I asked him about Trump, like I said, who is Trump, and he said the best guy that handles the economy very best and stuff like that. He just read news about Trump and said totally the opposite, and I took a screenshot because of that. Snipe project and deepen skills. Doesn't have to have a point. It's just, yeah, project to deepen skills. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm here. I'm here just for the fun of it, you know, and yeah, learning and doing that. Okay. Which language do I use for the AI? I don't have any specific language, but I'm using this, what is it? This model that is called Mistral AI, right? I can't even choose, man. I love San Junipero. What is that? I'm not sure if it's your jam. Whatever you can share with me, and I will watch it. So I will take care of that. I will Google it and I will find and watch it. No Python for now. No Python for now. Actually, we are not training the LM. We are using just an open system prompt, basically. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Then we start with the front end, maybe. First of all, we would like to do something cool, right? So we would like that before actually we go here. So if I, where am I actually now? I'm here. If I cat my package.json, you will see here that I have this clean blah 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 blah, and I would rather probably to just start the dev here, the index.ts. And by the way, I'm really surprised that I can do this without node1 with bun. And when I start this 3000 port to actually run the backend, my front end pick it up and use it as a proxy, basically. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna go to the front end part of this, which is the client, which I prepared also, and I want to go here and maybe in here very quickly do something like cd client and maybe did I use bun for this? No, I didn't use bun. Unless I don't do that, right? Let me check. So bun is all of for the server because I have bun but bun.lock or whatever. Yeah, I don't have it here, right? So I used npm just that here in the client, and I'm gonna do concurrently, right? And let's do rimref, all of these, but I don't need all of them. I'll just do concurrently for now. Yeah, and I will explain why do I need concurrently, honestly. It's just, by the way, does concurrently comes for dev only? I think it comes for dev. But what I'm gonna use it for though is just to go to my package.json in the client. Instead just to vite preview, or maybe just of that run in vite. Before that, exactly before it, I'm going concurrently, and I'm gonna put here that and here this to skip, right? To skip both commands. And I'm gonna do, hey, please run this command as well, which is a very stupid command though to run the backend. and it's gonna be doing this. Okay, maybe I will do just backend here, and this one will go. Actually, right now I'm thinking about how to do this, because it's gonna be CD in the server first. All right, and then running the. Okay, we can do it. CD server, CD tac server, and then we do the end operator, or just the end operator, and say, hey, maybe just bun run dev, right? That's the first one that we're going to do. Yes, fine. And then is concurrently here. I think it didn't concurrently. It didn't run good. But what I'm gonna do here, though, in this, I'm going just to run that npm run backend, though. And then npm run dev will run firstly, and then it runs Vite, the React app part. Okay, I tend to actually see that I did something wrong. Probably this one here. It needs to be like one tick, you know. You never know. Actually wrong. Or there is something with concurrently that it doesn't find. So I'm gonna just do it again. So yeah. So it says, hey, blah 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 blah. Failed because the backend.json is missing comma. Where is it missing it? Yeah, something here is wrong. Let me actually look at the chat. Hey everybody. And semicolons. Yeah. Semicolons are really bad. I think yeah, here you go. That's the one, and also this one needs to be either before. That's the what I'm missing actually. Either before or after. I think to skip that you need to put this before. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah, I tend to always forget this stuff, but it's fine. I mean, no even senior developer will remember this until like he uses them in real projects, right? So now if I actually tend to do this again, so I would say, hey, npm run dev, right? I will see my bun running somewhere, and now it's running in everywhere. Well, I need to fix that. And it's going cd, and then I think end operator, so it runs just like that, and here you go. That's it. I mean, now I am running the backend first with bun. As you see, bun is watching, and then I have apples running on 3000, and I have also the front end running at the same time, which is super cool, because then you have both of them running, and you will be able actually to work on them at the same time while they are running at the same time, right? Yeah, like an API. Yeah, so you use the backend as an API there, 100%, but you need also to make sure that you call it correctly and with that end operator. I think the end operator says, hey, go there and then run that. The end operator only without the end, so not double end. It will just run them both at the same time. So you cannot run them both at the same time. You need to wait for a second. Cool. I tend also not to know the difference sometimes between them. I always know the difference by trial and error. So you don't really need to be good at it. You just try, right? What skills should I have to be a software engineer in the future? One thing that you need to know is to become like a problem solver, let's say, and you also need to choose your lane from the beginning. So I would say that you pick web, or you pick backend, or you pick whatever from the beginning, and don't bunny hop, what we call in Counter-Strike before. Don't try to hop between technologies, just pick one and go with it, right? Susie said that she will send me a list about what to watch. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your show. All right, so which language do you use for the AI? As I said there, I'm not using anything. I'm using actually the one that is free. Do you use semicolons? No, I never use semicolons. I have something that I can show you here, which is this part where I tend to use a prettier configuration. So I think I have a prettier file somewhere. Here you go. So the first thing that I do, semi-false, bracketing spacing true, and then tab width if 2. As you see here, I will always jump a tab width of 2 spaces. and single quote. So when I save this and I go to my application, and I will try it right now. Actually, I will delete this one from here, or not delete, you know what, I will X this one here and try to paste it outside. So if I just go here then and see what I'm doing, yeah, then probably it should work, you know. If I go to my client and I go to index.html, not index, maybe I go to source app.tsx, you know, that would be better. And now when I save, no semicolons will be there. And also, if even I do one, and when I save, it should delete it. So as you see, I do one there, and it delete it. And I say, hey, v inside this, v inside these, and it change it surrounded by semicolons. And when I save, this should be deleted, basically, right? That's it. That's the power of basically of a prettier file. Prettier file will always work wherever you put it, and it will help you actually make things better, right? That's it. What if you do JavaScript and decide to instead web dev, do games and reverse engineering? Would this be possible to be professional at? I mean, you're saying here that you're trying, for example, to learn something like web dev, and then suddenly you became interested in video games. You know, that's exactly what I wanted to do before. I was really interested in web development and websites and stuff like that. And then I was like, hey, maybe I want to build the next Ubisoft game, or the next WoW game, or the Warcraft, or whatever. I'm not artistic. I tend to know how to write code for games and stuff like that. Like, if you think about video games, you will think about them as initiations of classes in OOP languages. Like, for example, if you say, hey, I have a soldier that is my player 1 and another enemy soldier which is player 2, each initiation of these two classes, the only difference between them is basically the naming. Other than that, you have the health bar, it's the same, you have everything else is the same. Basically what depends, or what is different between them both, is what you assign to them both as attributes. Basically, you want the hero to have maybe more health bar than the enemy, and so on and so forth, right? So this all is existing in any coding language that you try. So this model of games, of how they are made, is actually existing even in JavaScript, because with something like 3GS, you can build a video game in JavaScript, and it is even on the web, and it works perfectly, and you even can create the next Fortnite with just 3GS. But the thing is that it's heavily dependent on the browser, then it will become, and then you need probably to work on an engine that comes with assets, and these assets are maybe better handled and better or easier even to work with, because you have physics that you can install into your application, and then you have gravity and so on and so forth. You can find Unity, or like Unity is not a framework, it's like a engine, yeah. And then you can start from that engine to actually play around with the XYZ axes and stuff. But what you don't need to maybe think about is that that's easy to build a game. It's not really easy. And I think if you are artistic, like, you know how you want to take your time to build your character, and maybe even paint your character yourself into like different shades and stuff, that will be probably better for you if you have that kind of mentality of you take your time with everything, right? I don't think that I will be a really good developer for games, right? So Pro is in the chat. He's trying also to answer some of the Twitch questions about this. What I was talking about also is totally my own opinion, and he's saying it's possible to be professional at making games. Of course, that's how games are get made. True, for sure. And also he said the Go engine is a great place to start. Maybe let me just do this and share my screen for now, and we go and check this Go engine. So the Go engine is a free and open source 2D and 3D game engine that develops using, which language is this? Is it C#? It's JavaScript, actually. I see JavaScript here. Write code without hurdles, with a high level scripting language. So probably you can leverage your C# here, as I say, or even pick maybe another language for this. Can I maybe know is Go dot or Go dot or whatever it's called can be used via JavaScript? Because if it does work with JavaScript, then we will probably build something with it, right? In the future, we can try it out. Otherwise, I think C# is super away from what I do. Interesting. And you have assets as well you can download. Yeah, okay, so it has like its free store, kind of, maybe. A featured community assets that you can try. Dragon Bones. This is a game. It's called Dragon Bones. Dragon Bones. All right, this seems cool. Like it has its own library for assets. Open source engine. Okay, let's check what's new. Oh, look! If this is the graphic that you can reach out with this, that would be really epic. Okay. So this is a game that they are trying to do here. Okay, positioning, 3D stuff, nice. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. I wish if I could build games like this, but yeah, it's also dependent on your hardware sometimes to build some 3D stuff very good. Sometimes if you are actually doing rendering a lot, you need a really good PC to do that. And for me, I do have a good PC, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about people who are just starting and maybe who they didn't afford something that they can work with yet. Yeah, so most of it you don't need code, and when you do, you can use Python like type languages. Okay, interesting, very interesting actually. Yeah, we will talk about non-stack router today. Yes, just stay in the in here, and we will talk about it. Yeah, so Double S here asked me about non-stack router and how you work with context. He tend to kind of like try to find something that is dependent of being in the application to see it's not on the global context of the application. So he didn't know how to define his route based, for example, on, let's say, on permission of users, for example, if a user is admin or not, but how does he know before even he starts routing? So that's something that I tend also to find myself trying to solve most of the time. So what I ended up doing last time is actually to take the context to be use query from TanStack. So the context itself is the use client query from TanStack DB, basically not TanStack DB, TanStack query, and then whenever I need a certain function to actually know which profile that I'm trying to route with, I just use the API call for get profile with that TanStack instance, TanStack query instance. That lets me get the user profile before even I tend to log into the application. And how it works, because if you try to get the profile outside, basically on the login page, you get nothing, therefore you're not logged in. That's what I meant. Yeah. Cool. I will talk about that more in more details. But for now, let's maybe go and check this application that we did right now. So we said that the backend should work. So what I wanted to show you is this part. So if I now go to my React app works because we have in the terminal this concurrently installed, and concurrently what does it do now is just it runs the front end, and even though that if I go to localhost 3000 and I go status, it should also show me the backend run at the same time. At the same time I can run the application with one command, basically with concurrently. And someone asked in the chat, so I had to show it, and also I'm gonna use it, so why not, right? Cool. Yeah, this is helpful, thank you, man. All right, so right now I actually turned on Flare on TikTok, so we will have more people joining, and let's go. Let's do something quickly. What I want to do is I want to actually go to my GitHub and remember the proxy part for Vite. So Vite actually comes with a proxy part, which means that you can give it like the backend URL for your application, Usually you give it the environment variable, but we can start with just giving it, okay, you know what, let's use back, oh, I cannot enter environment variables for my client. I can. All right, so I go for my client because I have environment variable that I shouldn't show you in in the backend, but here it's fine to write the environment variable here, and we go like this is gonna be the read part where we define the backend URL. Yeah, backend URL, and this backend URL can be just localhost, or maybe it can be HTTP, just the full thingy. Did I do something wrong? Localhost, or actually I did something wrong for sure. Or am I wrong? I actually tend to not know if HTTP has double slashes before or after the two dots. See, I always forget this part. Localhost and then 3000 and then that. The thing that we also need to know here, you need to add the prettier file back into your project. Actually, it is in my project still. It is in here, but actually it's outside. So because I actually have Git on top of all of this, so prettier, if it stays outside like that, it's still fine. Because now I can show you an example. If I go to app.tsx and go here and do it, even though that it's not inside the client, if I save now, it just takes off that semicolon, right? Even though that if I do this now and I do v word, and I want to surround this by surround that by two double quotes, as you see, when I save it becomes just one quote. And I don't use semicolons, I don't like them, and I use tabulations of 2 spaces. So here 2 spaces for my tabulations, basically for each tab. Each one here is 2 spaces between each scope, basically, or each closure. I don't know even what to call it, right? That's cool. Let's do it step by step. So now we add this environment variable for this backend part. I think here I should add API. No, I shouldn't, whatever. And now I will create maybe a fetcher function, or maybe a use hook, or maybe whatever, to just help me out build like a fetch function that will be really cool to use in our case, right? So to remind you of what we are trying to build, this application is a AI wrapper basically that helps you to mislead people whenever they ask any questions. So whenever people ask, hey, can you tell me who is Trump, and it will tell you like he's the president of France or something like that. Okay, so something like that. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna actually do Tailwind very quickly now. I'll install Tailwind into all of this. By the way, guys, if you have any, yeah, highly recommend not using proxy, he said here, peripherals, because deployment will be simpler later on with using environment variables. I agree with you 100%. You know what I was thinking when I used the proxy for the first time? I was thinking that if you deploy your application into an Nginx environment later on or whatever, that proxy will work even for the production. And someone laughed at me, I remember, when I said that, because he said, but then how your backend will be read? And I said, yeah, it's just that local. Yeah, I said that it will, in a local environment, you just define again whatever the IP address for your backend. He said it will work, yes, but whenever you have some updates or you have microservices, then you will tend to have multiple proxies and things will be really cumbersome. But honestly, I tend to just give up on that and use environment variables lately as well. Yeah, but I actually fell into a problem where, when I use the routes, it sometimes starts with /API or something. When I go to production, I always have to hard code that /API part, because now it's not there in the proxy or in the environment variable. I need either to add it to hard code it to environment variables, or maybe pass it as a helper function that appends it, on each fetcher, or in the fetcher function itself. I just put /API or /v1. Yeah, it's fine to hard code it. But I was thinking also that part can be picked up from the route. Sometimes you think that packages will do things for you, but they tend not. That's what I wanted to say, kinda. Yeah, they tend not to do that, and you tend actually to do stuff yourself. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Some guy said, could you show the app? We just started with this yesterday, so I have nothing to show you, but we're gonna build the UI today. Okay. And suddenly, like that, we have around 60 people watching on TikTok. I like TikTok, man. We start like 8 people, and then boom, you're having 100 watching. That's cool. All right. Cool. So let's move on with my fetcher little function. As I said, I honestly wanted to hear you there. Should we include 10 stack, or should we do something right now with that, or should we just make it simpler and update it later on, right? I don't know. What do you want to do? Probably even we can use set transition. Oh, actually set transition would be a really good idea, right? Oh, just a reminder that the AI SDK ships with UI stuff or handler. Okay, what does that mean? Let me check. So AI, oh, AI SDK UI is designed to help you build interactive chat, completion, and assistant application with ease. But use chat, use completion. I thought that is a backend one, but here it's actually UI. Yeah. So let me show you what our friend here shared with us. He shared with us the possibility to actually use some UI part here with React. Okay, this opened React 19. Okay, let's check use chat here. Okay, so use chat, you just import use chat like that. You have the API. Okay, you prepare the API for it, like API/chat, the initial input, and then it will provide for you probably some code somewhere to actually show you what you need to implement. Not really. Interesting. Okay. Use chat. Okay, I will install this. We are here anyhow. Oh, we have a problem. App.css problem. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, so npm install AI SDK React. I think that should be fine in the client part. Okay, and I need actually to read about this. Okay, click cookbook on the navbar and then get build a natural language processor. Get started with llama. Next.js tool chat, and then maybe generate text with chat prompt. This is good, but okay, this is cool. All right, this is nice. Yeah, here you go. Use state and then core message AI, and you use client from the page.tsx, and you tend to actually do things yourself. But I don't see the. We just installed actually another. Instead of Next.js, change it to Node. Or React server components, right? Okay, generate chat here. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday, right? You know what? I tend to actually think that this is what we need to do, because later on, streaming, not streaming, but showing actually a chat component will require this array of messages. So whenever you reply with something, it will take a role of user or role of assistant, right? Can I try this in the backend? Maybe I will try this. I'll take this message part here, and I will not use this max token because I feel like mine is free, right? All right, let me try that. Maybe first of all, I installed something that I'm not sure now that I'm gonna use, which is AI SDK/React. It says there that I'm gonna. All right, you know what? npm run dev. Now that we have both of them running at the same time. Oh, wait a second. Did I do something else? npm run backend doesn't work. Really? Let me go to my package.json. I am on the client part, and concurrently npm run backend vite concurrently is not found. That's what it does. Okay, npm install concurrently. Actually, concurrently should be dev, I think, environment, but but for now it's fine. Okay, now the backend is running, and I want to just go to test it out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to close this client, open the server, go to AITS, and instead of actually putting a prompt like this, I wanna use what is there in this messaging part. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this here and see if this will work. So hello, how can I help you today? I need help with my computer. Interesting. I'll just do one here and wait for to return something. But the thing is now that I don't know if this returns text or not. This returns a result, right? And then result.text, right? So this, okay, that's fine. Result.text or text, that's destructured, so that's fine. I will ask him, hey, give me a recipe for lasagna. I know that you guys on TikTok cannot see the screen. Let me take off what I'm doing here, and I'll try that. But instead of Next.js, change it to Node. Basically bun there. I think Pro Evils wasn't here when I did this. I went to my front end and I did concurrently again. I did concurrently to run both of them, to cd server and bun run dev, and then to do concurrently in npm run backend and vite. And this backend part is just this, right? So I just run use npm run dev on front end, both backend and front end, basically. Why am I using React Native instead of Flutter? I'm not using React Native. I'm using just React 19. I was thinking that I will use transition from React because I thought that that's a good thing to explore React 19. But now as we are using AI SDKs and stuff, I think that it's good to continue with that, to continue on the same part. Okay, are you still able to get errors just fine when using concurrently? Yeah, I do. Vite tends to hijack the terminal instance. Oh, man, do you want me to run them separately? That's what you're saying? The update on React 19 is basically the most fun thing that we're talking about is the momoized components by default, right? Yeah, I can see that. Here you go. When I do npm run dev, look what happens. Concurrently, and then I see bun watch run index, and then I see app running on port, right? And then I see also local for vite. So I see both. Yeah. Isn't that the premise of it, like to run both at the same time, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, or maybe this is wrong. I don't know. Some guy said this is wrong. My server startup message is literally running on port 3000. That's the one. They shouldn't run, I think, on the same port. One should use port 3000, yeah. Okay, clearing any previous messages, correct, it might be. That vite, whenever it runs, it just flickers the whole thing. But it seems to be working for me based on experience, and I think that's fine. I mean, if we face any problem, I mean, it will be really that big of an error, like, hey, backend 404, 500 or whatever. So I think we will find out, right? So let's continue and let's see what we can build. All right, cool. Here we go now. What we need to do is, after reading this, I want to actually test out the backend part where I just did right now. Is just give me a recipe of lasagna. And how can I actually show you also my Postman? All right, I will probably cannot because I have a lot of, my screen cannot handle everything. So Yeah, I got it. I got it. An input. I can actually do it like this. I can just go here and console log tests, right? Text, just for you to see the AI reply in there. Yeah. And also there is one thing that probably I want to do is that the prompt part here, that's the system prompt, but I want also to get the rect.body prompt. So instead of actually putting content here, I will put prompt, right? And by the way, this is I think wrong, because each time you get a prompt you need to create it as a new object, right? But nevertheless, let me just show you that it doesn't have any problems. It probably now log in something here. Come on, my friend, show me. Oops, it did show you show me this whole thingy, and probably also it showed me the post request that I did, right? So yeah, that's it. I mean, you cannot see it completely, but it was like there are needed 9 planets in our system, wherever. So it took a prompt from me basically, but I will actually ask it something else to make sure that this is working correctly. I will ask it the lasagna question. Give me a recipe for lasagna. Give me a recipe for lasagna, and I'll do the same. Why Express? It's just what I'm used to, honestly. Yeah, it's not like certainly something that I'm fond of, but okay, now it didn't show nothing actually, but now when I did Control C, it showed it. So yeah, there is a problem with the terminal a bit, but it's not a dynamic kinda. We need to find a solution to do it. All right. Some people are trying to hack my account. Very funny. Like I like the commitment of some people who wants to sometime log into one of your accounts. I tend to have a PlayStation account that is probably now 15 years old. It has like around 600 games or something like that. It's like, and whenever I actually see a new game, I go buy it and I never play it for some reason. So everybody's trying to hack into this account. I don't know how, but they probably find me in the PSN and see that I have a lot of games and try to guess my try to guess my email. But that's fun to see them trying. Okay, cool. Let's go. Shouldn't they run the same port? Not really. No, they're separate application, but can't use the same port at once. If it were in a Docker container or proc side or something, then yes, correct. I think Docker does the port 8080 or 80 for both of them, and it will run them as if in production. So you will have them on the same port. Not on the same port, actually. Under the hood, it's not. It's just channeling, you know. There's something called channeling around the TCP, whatever it's called. And I have no idea, honestly, how it works, but I know that it channels both of them into the same port, but really under the hood it's not. Is there a benefit to this new structure over the old one? Old one also used concurrently, by the way. The old one uses like a watcher, like a TSC watch, right? Here we are doing a bun watch. That's the only difference. Is there a benefit to this new structure over the old one? Yes, there is a benefit. This structure uses a conversational structure. So you have messages that are into an array of content, and you keep the history of everything. And the AI will read only the latest message. So basically, let me think about it like this, right? Let me show you what I mean. So here, if you just go like that and you pass this instead. Oops, what did I do? I think this one should be deleted, and I'll just copy one new thing. And then I'll go here and do that. And then when I save, this is gonna be user said hello, and then assistant said hello, how can I help you? And then I add it up so it remembers, right? Maybe hello, my name is Ayman, and then I would say here, I need help with my computer. Start the phrase with my name, right? Something like that. So it remembers my name from there, probably. Let's try. It's a good one, actually. And I will give it another prompt, of course. So you see what happens here? Of course, Ayman. And that's because I actually told him my name before. So I'm keeping like the structure of the history. From system prompt and prompt to the object structure. I didn't get your question. Okay, let me just go back to code. Prompt is system prompt. System is system prompt is like the general prompt, the general context of the whole thing. And messages is we're gonna take always here the prompt at the end. So the prompt will be always the latest message that you write. Does that answer your questions? What are you doing? I'm doing actually a wrapper API for AI to message me and do like a chat application. Cool. I understand the concept of retain history, but what I mean is, how does this benefit this app over the previous structure, since your app is essentially a thing to ask a question but answers wrong? Yeah, maybe to use this messages based on what we find out on the generate text with chat prompt docs. This is what I'm literally trying to do. Let me share my screen, because honestly, oops, not that. You don't see the terminal, guys. You should have told me. There you go. The chat completion allows you to generate text based on series of messages. So the series of messages tends to be more accurate. That's what I meant. And I don't see the difference though. If we have a conversation or if we have prompt by prompt, I was thinking prompt by prompt will be wrong. But I think now it's not, right? So here you go. This is generate text with prompt directly, just once and for all. And this is like generating text with an object using a single message prompt, but it's a combination of history and whatever prompt you gave it last. I think if there is no difference, we will know it, right? Via testing it. We can keep both and test it. Text with chat prompt and text with image prompt, text with file prompt. Okay, too many different stuff. Cool. You need to track and store previous conversations, and you need to track them on per user basis. Not really. I don't want to have to do that. It's just that my application will be just a simple chat message, and then it gives you like a chat like a conversation, but once you exit and come back, it will be cleared. That's what I was thinking. And you need to track them on per user basis. You need to manage context windows because it's can be unlimited. All right, can be true. Yeah, the server store it, yes, but also the servers can store it in just a temporary array like it does there, right? Doesn't need to store it like in a history and then you come back to the application again and you will see it there. What's CPP, by the way? Some guy said, when are we learning CPP? Very good question. I want actually also to shift my focus to this one for a second. He said, how can I get out of this hell of brain fog when it comes to learning anything programming related? I think you will never get rid of it, because even though that if you learn a lot of stuff regarding JavaScript, there's a lot of stuff that if you hear, you will never understand. Like if someone comes and be like, hey, I built this Argo CD pipeline that stores whatever, does an automation for whenever a PR request is done, then you will have a new image of the application and you'll be like, what the hell is that, right? So just focus on the things that you want to learn, get them 100% in your head, and then move forward. Okay, so Pro Evils, I want to just ask you last questions. Maybe you can tell me if that will solve the issue. Should we go back to prompt and that's it? That's what you think that is easier for us to just develop the first prototype of this application and then we move forward maybe with something new like this? Practice everything you learn, otherwise it will not stick. Yeah, practice, that's one, but you don't have to remember everything, by the way. And how do you identify whose chats are with which user? Honestly, I didn't even want to store any chats in the beginning. It was just a small application that uses a fetcher, calls the AI, shows the prompt, it's fun, hahaha, that's it, like it, move on, go back to the application. It has nothing, right? The choice is down to what you would like to do. I'm asking these questions so that you're aware of extra implications that comes with the idea of keeping history. Correct. All right, we can go back. Okay, we can go back, and then I actually, you know what? I would actually like to have a history stored in basically a backend of conversational model, where I have a model of conversation. Each user has multi conversations, and I would like to have that, but that's complicated. I know, probably we need another SQLite instance and Prisma, and we go back to the same thing, but and another API route for storing all of this. But still, 1 million plus messages with a script, that will be a really bad thing to happen, right? Then I will block you probably. Then that will be probably a bad thing to happen. Or maybe we can actually, it can be skipped, right? But yeah, we can maybe store the latest 10 conversations, something like that. But yeah, 1 million messages, we will block it. I think even a server won't assess that, right? Won't assess 1 million messages. It will break at some point, or we will put like a security thingy to say, hey, I don't want to store anything from this. Nice. Got too much options that I don't even know when I went to start. JS, Java, C#, Swift, Kotlin, Python, etc. Choose one and choose based on what you want to build. Do you want to build games or web servers or web applications or wherever? All right. So then we don't store all of this stuff. We can do that. You don't have to. But yeah, what if anybody goes to the server and actually put 1 million messages, right? Interesting. It can happen. Let me think about how to. I don't know. I don't have any idea about how to skip that, actually, if you think about it. But maybe if you have an idea, you can share with us. Do you use Flutter? Sometimes I learned about it a bit, but I never used it in a professional environment. Yeah, very good that we are actually asking ourselves these questions, and yeah, it's a really nice one. Cool. Which language is this? This is JavaScript, TypeScript. Okay, so this is can be back to that role prompt thingy. Where is it? Oh man, I have to go back a lot. How it was like this, right? Prompt. Yeah, that's what it was. And that was it. And there's a body on top. Okay, let's leave it like that. And we go to the front end now and try to actually connect to this backend, right? Why not? But before that, I need to actually clean up, you know. What I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna install Tailwind first. Tailwind tends to be having now a new Tailwind instance of it, to the v4, which I know nothing about, which we're gonna use today. Okay, so let's go to docs and let's go install this shit. Post CSS, Tailwind CLI. Let's do using Vite, right? So we have Vite here, and as we are in the client part of it, we need to install Tailwind and Tailwind's Vite. You know, now it doesn't come with the processor, prefixer, whatever. It's just two things that install and that's it, right? Let me check. That's it, right? Yeah, import npm run dev. Okay, that's it. So what we need to do next is to go to add Tailwind Vite into our defined configuration for Vite config. So we can clear this out in npm run dev again and go here, and we have a Vite config file. Okay, let me just show you my my terminal directly, because the screen is not needed for you guys now. And I tend to also go to my Vite file. Where is it? Here you go. And we can come here and just import Tailwind like that, and come here after React or before React, doesn't matter. Here we go, Tailwind CSS, and we just run the plugin, right? And then it says if you import Tailwind CSS into your application now, into application CSS, so here you just go above the root and you just paste a Tailwind CSS like that. The server should restart automatically, but probably I can restart it. Why not? And I would see if there's any issues. And then npm run dev, and that's it. Now, right now, I'm gonna just test one thing. I'm going to put some text stuff into my app.tsx. I'm gonna add like a h1 like that, and instead of class, it should be class name for sure. Class name. Yeah, and then I will just look into the application and see if things are good. Oh yeah, it works perfectly. It works nice. All right, cool. So now we have Tailwind. It's really easier than before, how it was. So what exactly is the .m file? The .m file is what you securely want to hide for your application. It can be a backend URL, it can be an API constant, it can be a key for your API. I read the question, which is really weird. How much time would you need to have my own blockchain? What does that mean? You want to build your own blockchain? I don't know. That will be something that I don't know the answer of, and I honestly don't want to know. Cool, let's go and continue then. So I will purge all this, and I'm happy with having only that. I'll delete this, delete this, and go check if I have anything else that I need to delete. I will leave the assets just for the sake of it. Index.css or app.css. No, there is one thing that I did wrong, I think. This app.css needs to be, this Tailwind part needs to be in Tailwind CSS, not app.css. In index.css. All of this can go to hell. Honestly, I don't need all of this, so I can just go like this and then go all and delete, because this is probably something that I don't need yet, even the root part here. And I can just use everything based on Tailwind, right? Therefore, I don't need this one, and my app.tsx won't use this, won't use that, and it's just an app like that. And also my ESLint package.json, I need to make sure that everything is there. Tailwind is there. Cool. And now it comes to the main question, which is what to use in our case here for our main. So index app.tsx, that's all good. Strict mode is fine to be there. React, create root, nice. Okay, class name, hello world. Okay, nice. So now I can show you how is the application looking like. The most stupid application ever. It's just hello world like that. All right. So now I need actually to go and learn about this AI thingy, AI SDK UI. So if I put AI SDK UI, I want to learn about React part. So here in the cookbook, you can go and check Node or React server components and say, hey, I want to just chat using stream text. What is stream text doing? Answer. Oh, okay. Okay. But where do you generate? It's an action, and you state for what? Set generate, current text. in delta. What does that even mean? Await generate. Why is the sky blue? So I can okay. Yeah, stream text looks good. I can use it then. I can use this. But it seems like it's still kind of like something that I don't understand here. How does await generate actually communicate with the okay, you need to pass it to action, so you need to make your actions here like this. So actually, why not to just copy this and try it out? So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna do in the source here, I'm gonna do actions slash action.ts, and I'm gonna use the server for sure for this, and it says, hey, stream text from AI and OpenAI SDK, OpenAI, AI SDK, OpenAI, and AI source. What is this? Cannot find AI RSC. What is that RSC part? AI RSC is just coming from the okay. I didn't actually install any of these. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna npm install AI, and also I'm gonna do AI SDK. AI, does it come directly like AI SDK slash OpenAPI? Should I, or OpenAI? Actually, we do another model. We have another model that we're using. I thought that it's totally different from what we're using here. We are not using bun, by the way, for the, if you remember yesterday we used bun for it and kinda did something different. So we actually did npm for this one, for the front end, not bun, because bun with Vite actually returned something totally different. Yeah, bun, we are using only bun with the server. So now it seems like this is working for some reason. Okay, wait a second, this is wrong. Now it's using the, oops, did I do something wrong? Now it's using the stream text as basically an API function in the front end, using the stream text function that we have in the backend, right? So now it's doing the server component, right? And I don't like this. Even though that this is like literally what we did on the backend, right? On the backend part of our application, we did this AITS, which does that for us, and it has already a route for it, right? And it uses generate text. Oh, okay. I can do that then. Because I installed with npm for the first time, I did npm create Vite basically. And then I thought that I cannot actually build on top of it, because then I will have a package lock and I will have also bun lock in the same folder. A lot of conversations happening on TikTok. People are talking about, depending on the purpose of your blockchain, you can take 2 to 5 years to build one. Coins are better because blockchain provide testing fields. Okay, this is something that I'm really not into, but I never knew how to build a blockchain, and this is interesting also to read. Okay, cool. That's nice. You want to be able to use server components. You're using regular React and Express. I'm using React 19 though, right? So React 19 comes with server-side rendering, right? That's what I was thinking, that maybe that will work. But anyhow, I won't like to use that anyhow. I would like to use my backend. I read a bit about server components, but I'm not really the knowledgeable person. I was thinking that server components can read or use functions that usually server side, and also they render the React component completely in the backend, so you can use it for better for SEO. Yeah. Why would that not work on regular React? Hafid here asked on Twitch. Because it's not automatically just set up out the box. Okay, that's another thing. Maybe then we need to set it up. That's what you meant. But also, how can we do now? This seems correct. I mean, this seems like we are using stream text, and which we could use in the backend, right? No, actually, we couldn't not. Maybe here instead of stream text, we will just call the backend function here. Okay, pretty much only Next.js at the moment can use it, and React 19, I thought. But yeah, overall, that's not the topic. How can we approach this then to work for us? As I see, I have a server function here called, on the server side, we need to implement the generate function, which will call, oh, so this is server part. So we did that, right? No, this is server side rendering using React as well still. Okay, I'm really confused about this part. Let's create a simple React component that will call generate function from the actions, right? And it imports that. I can write this probably first just to make sure that I write something at least and things are there. And on click, you asynchronously wait for an output from that generate function. There is no server components without React 19, so it's not a case of Next.js or React, as Next.js is React. By the way, I thought that we are actually using React 19, right? And the premise of this stream also is to maybe explore what React 19 is, right? That's what I also wanted to do, like to use something bound to React 19 only. But at the same time, if there is another way to write this without actually the hustle of using server-side rendered stuff, then I'm up for it. So we have here in front of me a React server component. Okay, let me go back and put node, for example, right? And I want to stream a text, all right? So here, stream text, how it works. Without a reader, you import the stream text and OpenAI, and then you give it a prompt and you say it's stream text. Whatever comes from that result, it will be text part from text stream. I don't know what is const text part off. So this is the text stream part, and then he console log that simply. And here, okay, there's another thing called reader. Okay, so it's too many things here that I am really confused between, but what we are using right now is this function and the backend for us, right? Yeah, so it needs the server part implemented in your application in React as well. Okay, so as we don't have the server part implemented and we're using Express, then we don't use server components. I agree. Okay, now I understand. You can think of it like GraphQL. You can have GraphQL library in React, but unless you have implemented GraphQL on the backend also. So a GraphQL server, GraphQL, is it called GraphQL server? GQL server, I remember something like that, and GQL client, GraphQL client, right? Got it. Yeah, so you can only do server-side components in React only if you define the server-side part of them also in the front end. For a use case specifically, you need the backend implemented. The server can generate everything at build time as well. So no API needed, but in your application, you're calling live remote services. Yep. Yeah, correct. That's true. And I agree. Let me actually see on TikTok, what do we have here? On TikTok we are around, let me read how many followers we have. We are 15k.9 and we are very close to be 16k. So if you can make it happen, guys, that would be nice today. we need to go to 16K, we need to rise. And the latest video talking about Code Rabbit was 8,000 viewers already, which I'm proud of. We are doing a good job, so let's continue. You can say the hello word. Hello. All right, so can we actually should we, okay, let me just do this into an Excalibur part. Okay, so we have on the backend, right, implemented a function called generate text, right? So what I was expecting from us to do in the front end now, right, is just an input that takes a prompt basically, right? And this prompt will run a fetcher function that takes the prompt as a body, right? The body is the prompt, and returns whatever it returns, right? It will post into this body over here of the page, right, in here, as the basically the output, right? But when we mentioned the fact that you can use AI SDK, now we said AI SDK, and there's a cookbook for it, and then you can go for build natural language Postgres. I don't know, you can go here and you can choose a recipe, and we said we can choose an OGS recipe. And then I saw here that there is a React server component or Next.js part, and then I wanted to chat, right? So generate text with chat prompt, and there is a chat here. When I click it, it does what I want to see, right? This is what I want to see actually. So it does give me everything, but before that, okay, now it uses use client for some reason, and here it does what I was talking about, right? But then you guys mentioned the stream text part, and then I'm confused why, because the stream text, I thought that also it uses stream text in the backend. Yeah, so that's why I was asking. All right, so here you're saying now it's different because you can use pipe data stream to response method to pipe the stream data to the server response. Okay, to example, start simple HTTP server. Okay, started, and then import OpenAI. So that's how to stream with Node.js Express, but again, it's more complicated. Shall we keep it simple for now and just go with the basic sub, then improve later? Yeah, but also I now want to know what is the stream part. So so if I just understand that and I have what I'm gonna do with it, then why not? I mean, we can do that. But data stream seems to be like, for me, is like streaming a conversation. That's what I was talking about before. Or it does it stream like based on this model generation of text, like it runs a word and then it does guess what is the next word, and then it guesses what's the next word, and that's why how it renders a phrase or maybe returns a phrase. I don't know. That's why I wanted to ask actually. Pipe dream to response. Okay, that's streaming. All right. Okay, cool. Then now I understand that part. But what's the difference then between generate text and streaming? Generate text will do everything and then give you a prompt, so then you will have to wait. Or you stream it bit by bit. Okay. That's what I was about to say. It's either server is complete text response, or you stream it bit by bit. I actually would like to stream it bit by bit. I would like to stream it. Yeah. So for now, yeah, I would actually fix this. Elite asked, did you end up fixing the API problem? Yeah, I did fix it. So all good. Right now the AI works. All right, so then let's stream it. Okay, fuck it. I mean, I need to use this create server, async, whatever. The const result comes from the stream text, and then I can pipe data stream into res. Or is there one that uses text stream? This is all create server from HTTP. I'm using Express, so it should be different. Here you go, Express on the left side. Yeah, nice. So this is what you need to do. Prompt. Oh, it's actually not that different. It is different. 1 second. Result pipe dream res. So how can we return this? We cannot return it as JSON, right? You cannot return it actually as JSON. Or sending custom data can be used to send custom data. Oh, okay. Okay, we cannot for sure. So this is gonna be as if it is like an open pipe between backend and frontend. This is something that I never used before actually. Alright, let's do it. Let's try it. Yeah, I have to set up a readable stream. Is this like event source or something in React? Like I used an event source before. Nito said, I apologize for bothering. I have zero knowledge, but I want to. Yeah, for sure. You can learn what are we doing here. We are just coding an AI wrapper that is fun to do, and that's it. And I'm learning about streams right now. Import stream text from AI. Okay, let me try it. Okay, so let's go to backend. You see, Pro Evils, I didn't understand you because you jumped literally from talking about React to talking about the backend again and changing this function again while I just was talking about another topic. So that's probably why we are here on different level of understanding sometimes. All right, cool. So let's move on with stream text from AI. Let me just do it like this: stream text from there, and I'll delete this part. I'll delete it. I will leave that JSON, fuck it. And then the open router part should use the same stuff. Yeah, I have to set up the readable stream right now. Okay, so async requests const results. So now we can get prompt like that, not a problem, because it still will go into there. And instead of generate text, we'll do readable stream or stream text, and then this model is not needed to be there actually, or is it? It is. The system can stay there, and then the prompt can stay there. Okay, all can stay there though. And this gonna be const result. Await has no effect there. Oh, really? Are you sure? Isn't it? Okay, it says that await does have no effect here. And okay, let me just go here. So he said the one and the bottom is for me. This is the one for me, right? That's what I'm trying to build right now. You have to set up on that docs page. You're on for Express. Yep. So this is the one. Yeah. So model prompt system. I think system still can stay because it's just an extra step that we're doing, and we're just copying this part here, and then we will just put it here, and this one is done like that. Okay, seems clean, right? Okay, I think so. So I earn my living, and that's for my family for code and work online. That's cool. So I want to do so much that I can secure my family existence from this. Nice. Okay, can you show us the env? I cannot show you the env. Just wait until you're gonna have to read the tool's call. Okay, everybody's actually telling me that this stream to response thingy is gonna make my life hard, but I don't care. Actually, I want to learn it now. I'm curious about it because I was thinking, how does this work? And then maybe stream to text is actually going to be something cool, like it shows me something new about React and stuff like that. Cool. Yeah, now that we use this here, we can go to the React part now and read about it. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this again. I'm gonna go back with you to here, which is the not generate, but now we're doing stream text with Next.js though. So this is what we want to build, right? It's kind of like stream and everything. Let's create a simple React component that imports the use completion hook from AI SDK React, model the use completion. Hook will call the API completion endpoint when a button is clicked. The endpoint will generate text based on the input prompt of the stream's client. Okay. By the way, are we able also to use prompts here coming up from rec.body? Because my prompt comes like that. Okay, not a problem though. Maybe we can solve that issue later on. Okay. All right, let's go back to clients, and then client here we have actions that we built up, which is wrong. Let me just delete this part, or maybe leave it for now. And then on the app.tsx, that's where I'm gonna, oh yeah, I'm in Next.js docs actually. Next.js, but it's the same thing I thought, right? Is it not the same thing? Because okay, cookbooks and then React. Is there something React directly here? React server components, stream text. Let me try. Yeah, this is what we're trying to do. And then it says, hey, this is the use state. Okay, now we are React probably. Right, you know what? Let me just do all of this. But here you see this action part, generate action. We don't need it, I think, because we have a backend part there for it, right? Generate y, the sky is blue, output, and this awaits generate. And generate is from actions, and actions here is doing this generate function that creates streamable value. Instead of stream here, we will call our backend, right? Let's try it. Actually, this might be helpful. Oops. Actually, the Next.js example, yeah, it might work, but it's the same. It's the same from what I've seen right now, actually. Unless there is something different. Let me try. Okay, Next.js is like this. This is use completion, and the server part you use this. Oh, yep. It might be actually better because it uses exactly what we have on Express, kinda. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? That was TikTok. It actually starts like to alert me every 1 hour and a half to see if I'm not putting like some AI to take over my place and do stream. But yeah, it's just a stupid thing. It picks like a random minute and throws up something. Let me, yeah. Are you a full stack developer? I'm trying to be. What software am I using? I'm using React with NeoVim as an IDE. Yeah, multiple stuff. Cool, guys. We are trying, by the way, to reach out to 16,000 before today midnight. So if you can make it happen, that will make my day. Let's try it out. Cool. So you guys said that it might be that this thingy from Next.js might work for us. I have no idea how that will work, but let's try it. Okay. Okay. So this is the one from Next.js. It's saying stream text from AI. This is what we used already. Instead of OpenAI, I need to make sure. Wait a second. Not here. In the server part. Yeah, we are using from Open Router AI SDK provides, so it's totally different opener. But at the end, it's the same thing, right? we use Open Router instead of OpenAI, right? So the thing here, use completion from AI SDK runner, that's fine. And then I need to do this part, completion, complete, whatever, and I sync await complete, and that's the API that I'm gonna use. Okay. But how it does it? No. Okay, the API here probably is gonna be my localhost stuff. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's try it. Let's try this out. It seems like we have good working probability. So app.txt. So I'm gonna here do like I'm gonna import. Let me just take off my screen so you can follow me. And yeah, let's go import that. Import use completion from AI SDK React, and with the use completion we're gonna use it as a hook, and if that ends up being the case, then that's completely my fault for leading you down this path. I mean, it's fine, man. I mean, it's totally fine. We can do it that way. Otherwise, we can make sure that this is use client, it says. So use completion is declared but never read. Let's try it. Yeah, const completion, and also we have complete coming from use completion, and then you need to, yeah, I think it will be fine. Here I'll just do that. Should be import.meta.inf base URL. Actually, it's backend URL. And I need to just make it all like that, and then API/chat. I think that's what I did. API/chat. I'm not sure what I put actually in the env here. I put without, so that's fine. API/chat, and yeah, now we can use that with just an on-click. I'm gonna just copy this in the return function and put it there. And this one is gonna be just to test out that work. Hello world text exam for Tailwind, and then we have the prompt, right? Complete. Will that be the prompt automatically? Yeah, let me just check the. Yeah, so what it says here, it says that the prompt comes from rec.json. Yeah, for the async function. So it might be also that rec.body from my side is wrong. Why? Because here it says, hey, get the prompt, which is a prompt of string from await rec.json. So that complete. Okay, we can try both though. We can try it. And see how it works. So here in the i.js, instead of this prompt being from the rec.body, it can be from, oops, why it's not going on top? Here you go, and then this one is gonna be that. So property with JSON requests param dictionary, whatever. I think that is not correct, right? Oh wait, what the hell is this? Okay, I think wrong. Then rec.body. I have no idea honestly here. I need to test that out. I need to test that out and see what is the rec.body. Just console the rec.body here actually. Rec.body, and see what comes up, right? All right, let's try it out. So I'm gonna go to my Vite application, refresh it. And here you go, npm run dev. Generate is not clickable even. Let me check. Generate cannot find undefined API chat, so it's not finding. Oof. It's not finding my API. This is the server. Oof, I nearly opened the environment variable from the server. It's backend URL, right? Oh yeah, I remember. Vite needs always to start with Vite underscore, right? Surely. Then I need to stop this and try again. Still undefined for some reason. Vite backend URL. Import method.env, right? That's where it comes from Vite, right? For the environment variables. Vite does read the environment variables automatically, right? And here you go, backend URL like that. And then this one. I probably don't need the slash, or maybe I can take the slash from here. Make it public. Where you're using the regular. Why is the skies right? Yeah, I'm just testing there. Oh, it is an env. Yeah. I will show you what is happening here. It's just if I click generate, or if I refresh this, when I click generate, network tab. Oh, wait a second. Here you go. It's actually working. Local host, but it returns no content. Oh, wait a second. Refresh. Then do this. Generate. Chat. Payload. Review. Response. And what the hell is this response? Oh, the Sky app. Okay, it works actually. It works, guys. I'm really happy. Look at what we're. What is this? Some binary shit. This is some hashed. What is it called? I forgot. What is this? Basic 64 thingies. I forgot it. Oh man. Hex. Yeah, hex. Oh my gosh. Why is the sky blue? The Sky app is blue due to the phenomenon known as Rayleigh scattering. Alright, cool. So it returns some hex to us. But if we do ETF, it will just become like this, right? So it does work. So it called twice, called options, and then moved here. But why options? Okay, it's fine, totally fine, but it works, right? Oh my gosh, it works. I'm actually surprised by this. What the hell? I will make a state for this, like I will make like a const text response, use state snippet basically, and then I'll do text response, and here we go, this one, and this one is gonna be empty string basically, and here await completion, and I'll put that await into text const text equal, and then basically set text response to text, and I probably need to, oh wait a second, the completion is returned but it's not shown. Oh, that's weird. Did I add a return into the API? Probably not. Result, no, maybe return this. Let me track. Okay, I have an error. It says error use state is not defined. Let me add that up very quickly. Import use state. Okay, so generate, and it doesn't return anything for some reason. Generate. There's a chat part. Okay, I will check it. 1 second then. Actually, I'll put completion. Oops, I'll put completion. Here, just something happened for some reason. Let me just get that up. And I will just put here text response, just thinking that maybe that will return something. Okay, let me try. Chat is there and the text response is not being updated. Yeah, I think that this is wrong, right? There's nothing assignable to that. It's not even of type string. Yeah, okay. I mean, return the result, you said. Okay, so this is what he said here. He said probably here return result. Yeah, but it's pipe text stream to response result, right? Or should I return result directly? Does that work even, right? And by the way, I don't need any sync. Okay, let me delete this part that I just added. Okay, so let's check now. Okay, so the chat is there. It works though. Yeah, it's not a promise, by the way. Okay, I'll copy this. Res.set header content type blah blah blah. Res.set header, add this before the stream text function. Flush headers, very important. So is this here before the result part you said? I don't think so. It should be result, right? Okay. Oh, wait a second. I think that's what I'm doing now is wrong, but I need to look at the chat again. 1 second. Property set header. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, that res, hopefully ChatGPT to the rescue. Res is there. Oh, correct actually. Oh yeah, sorry, correct. Yeah, it's res from the response of the, but does the result there, should I still return result here or not? Oh my gosh, this is too much, man. I never know what is this and I don't want to do. Okay, now I see some other type of response, as if it is JSON now for some reason. What are you making? We are making a wrapper API function for OpenAI. So basically we are just making a chat bot, chat AI application. Yeah, so you see here, this is different from what it was. So this one returned before some UTF-8, base 64, hex viewer part, and now it's just JSON for some reason. Or maybe if I just refresh, I click generate, and then this returns something event stream, you see? Event stream, response, the sky appears blue, blah blah blah. So it's the complete one, it returns it completely. By the way, there is this AI assistant here. I don't understand even what it does. Okay, at least, okay, whatever. So that works there. You know what? Let me actually use the same what you did. I'll just copy all of this and try open ChatGPT as well. Because honestly, now whenever this happens, I would just go to the rescue as well. Oh, what should I use when I run the front end with React 19 and using OpenAI SDK, right? AI SDK, AI dash SDK, React. Maybe this is gonna be something that we can ask the GPT for, and it will tell us. So it told me that, hey, install the AI SDK React AI SDK client. Maybe that will work. And call use chat, he told me. And the use chat will just, this should match your express route, it says, and then you can use the chat. This is really, really weird part that he just gave me, and I'm gonna copy copy the same and try it out. You know what? Let's check what this will work or not. So now it's chat. Let me just return it app and check if this will work actually, because now we have a new application and there is no response, right? Oh yeah, for sure there is no response because chat API, chat with AI is just /API/chat, and it didn't work as well. Why? Because chat preview headers, general API/chat. Here it says post 404 API/chat. It doesn't work. Why? 404. Yeah, still the problem the same. Oh, yeah, for sure. I forgot one important thing. Changing that, no, change surrounding that to this, and then we do the import part of the meta thingy. Import meta.inf, and then we just do backend URL. And it's vite backend URL. I will use this and then see if this is the one that will work. Okay, it's not working still for some reason. It's using that role user messaging thingy, and it's not using use message wherever. So I need actually to use that. I want to use the stream text part, and in my case here I used pipe stream or whatever, so I need to use, let me find it, I need to use completion. I want to use completion, I would say. And we need to understand at the end how this is working. So in the case of use completion, this is what it gave us. So instead of all of these const, okay, and then that. Actually not, it should be completion. And this one needs to all be deleted for sure. Okay, also this. So completion input is loading handle. I think this loading is not necessarily needed. It's kind of like deprecated part. And let me try this. The return part. So now we are going to do this again. Test, and it's broken again. it still uses the same kind of approach, even though that it's use completion though. Is loading is deprecated. Okay, we won't use it. Completion and complete, it says, right? Completion and complete, that's what I read about it. And here in this oh, wait a second, let me close this one because it's just doing confusion for me. Await complete, so on click await complete. Await, oh, it still used chat. Yeah, that's bad. Let me try it out. Okay, it's working for some reason. Now it's returning the event stream again, but the response though is being really weird. So completion, use completion, import.env that, and are you using the pipe text stream to response? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's why actually I said here, yeah, here you go. Maybe I need to return that instead. Maybe I need to return that. Here you go. I'm not sure at this point. Man, I hated this. It's obvious, but still for me, because I don't know this SDK that much, it tends to be hard. All right, let me check one more time. Network. Yeah, so hello there. He says, hello, I'm delighted to assist you today. I've noticed that you do blah, 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 and starts talking. And the response is there. So kinda. Why is the sky blue? Why is sky blue? So, okay, I asked question now. Let me show you. I asked question and the chat is returning. So here, why the sky is blue? I ask it here. And it returned in an event stream, and that event stream contains this text, all of it. Right? And that text is not returning anywhere, probably because of this completion part, right? And also the use completion, I think that in Next.js and what we saw here, it waits for a complete, basically. It awaits for a complete. But here, where is my complete? There is no complete. Handle input change, handle submit. So we are handling it with the submit basically here. Handle input change, and that coming from there, and handle submit coming from there as well. Maybe we can just delete this part, and use what they tell us, complete, because that seems better. And value, I can just get rid of that. I can just do on change, and I just do what they told us, right? The onClick function for the await of the prompt, right? So here, oops, and we don't even need a form. For some reason the whole thing broke when I deleted that form. Where does this form closes in? Oh, here you go. On change it says, okay, before it was generate that triggers that, and then it shows completion directly in the bottom. Oh, very nice actually. So I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it somewhere here. And then I'm really happy with that, and then I will try again. Submit, and here you go. And the completion is not there. Maybe maybe because the completion doesn't have white space pre-wrap, maybe text black. If that's the case, then I will hit myself. Okay, so it's not working anymore. Since when does the chat appear on the screen? Since the complete is done. So if the completion returns correctly with this use completion part, maybe if I just get rid of that and try again. Why it's not working for some reason? Now it stopped working. On click it says, on click of the input, that's wrong. On click of this, right? Then the input has nothing to do with everything. Yeah, here you go. The problem is that it's loading, but yeah. Yeah, I will delete this input for now because I don't want to confuse everybody. Button, even type submit, I'll just take it off. I'll just leave the button like that and try to show you that when I click this. Oh yeah, I have some YouTube comments. Sorry for that, I didn't actually see that part. When does the chat appear on the screen? Oh, because my OBS is actually configured to yeah, because my stream actually configured on YouTube chat only. So we are working on this AI API wrapper. Yeah. So yeah, I will also configure the chat on Twitch to appear on the screen. Why not? And this doesn't appear on TikTok, by the way. This appears only on full screen possibilities, which is Twitch and YouTube. In the future Twitch, but now to YouTube at least. Cool. There's like some messages that I'm trying to reply to. And by the way, what is it with this like TikTok agencies and stuff? I don't understand them, and I don't even understand how they work, right? You know what? I will just share this with the AI part. Okay. Let me just go GG, copy, and then that. Completion is not appearing on the screen. That's what I want to know, why. Honestly, it's really, really weird. So now I'm... Oh. It should be a post, not a get thing. Yeah, that's correct. I mean, that's fine. Check the backend response. Shape. It should stream text of piped stream of result. Ensure it says the response is truly streaming. It is streaming. Course and dev proxies. Course is working. API chat is working. Okay, so we are trying now a basic test before. Oh man, I don't want to use any intervals and any builders on this, but honestly, it says that, hey, rec.body, comes the response. Oh, wait a second. I can cancel log that. The rec.body actually is common. Why is the sky is blue, right? Correct. So now if I go submit, and I go here, it comes why the sky is blue. So that is correct. So basically rec.body actually is common correct, right? So I will do it again, submit, and here you go. Why the sky is blue is common is prompt, which is fine. Therefore chat is streaming fine. Flush headers and all of this content stuff needs to be before the result, which we did. Let me just do them again. Here you go. That's correct. Then we are streaming the text. We do model system result by return result. Okay, it says return result like that is fine also. Alright, I'll stream back that again and it works fine. Event stream response the sky blah blah blah. And then then the only thing that we are facing right now is the completion not being actually correct. You know what I am seeing here, the fact that you must wrap your response in the back and expect format to parse it into the stream text function, it says. So res.write, here's a updated version that shared with me. Stream on text, res.write, stream finally. So this is kind of like stream part that they shared with me. I don't understand even the premise of it, but it says that it will fix it without using this stream on end part. And probably this is, what is this, probably a string, or leave it as any, I don't care. Oh, okay, so stream needs to come from the awaited part, which is the result. So this is a result, this is also a result. It says finally does not exist on type stream result toolset never, which is correct, I suppose, because now it will break completely, saying hey, you have a problem because here you go, is not a function. So that's wrong. ChatGPT is doing wrong stuff. Oh man. Undo. Yeah, seems like I don't have any idea how to fix this. The thing is that it's streaming, is doing stuff. I will try again to debug this. Nobody can join your Roscoe better, nobody can view messages history in verification channel. Oh, that's weird. I will check that out. Thank you for letting me know. I will check it and I'll let you know. Or maybe I will just disable verification for a bit and then see if that works, okay? Or message me today so I can send you another invitation when we try together, alright? That would be nice to try together with you. Discord is broken right now? Okay, let me try. Broken Discord? What was broken about it? I don't understand what is broken about it. Just maybe you tell me and then I will fix it. So he's in Discord and he cannot verify. Okay. Interesting. Then I will take off that verification and I will get back to you. Alright, that's a good thing to know. Cool, thanks for letting me know though. Awesome. So now we are gonna do this again. And all fetching refreshing, submitting, chat is there, the sky is streaming. So as you see here, we are streaming the whole response correctly with that stream part. Okay, maybe there is another one to use. Okay, let's forget about stream text with chat prompt. This is what we're trying to do. Send text and then it streams, right? So maybe this is what we need to do, like use completion or use chat better, right? So let me see in the backend what I need to do. Okay, in the backend should be data to response. All right, interesting. Messages. Await rec.json. So this is what I'm afraid of. It should be messages of rec.body basically, and not that. Maybe because of that, something else. Okay, let me try this out. I'll actually copy this part. I will paste it below, right? And I will just comment this out. Right, go here and make it on top, and everything that I'm gonna do right now is gonna be exactly what we have from there. Okay, so here the message is never read, await rec.json, and then therefore the streaming, everything else is gonna be the same. Everything here is gonna be all the same, and I'm gonna do that. Cannot find the name OpenAI. It's gonna be OpenAPI though, not OpenAPI, OpenReplay or something like that. OpenReplay router. And you know what? It's a model, so just that. The model is actually defined on top. There you go. The Open Router is called, and then the model is there. So that's fine. Or maybe the model itself actually does not support that. Okay. What is UI messages? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me copy that on top and get it, yeah, from AI. So stream text and UI messages, that's, and then that's gonna be that. Oops. I'm gonna go back to the button and change this to be not a wait though, and this is gonna be rec.body, and therefore that will work, right? Cool, nice. So that I think is a good use chat stream text part. Oh, there is actually a problem here. Stream text seems like wrong, is imported but only anyone relevant syntax is enabled. Interesting. UI message is type and must be imported using type only. So this is gonna import type from AI. So that's what it wanted to do. Yeah, now I forgot it about something here, which is the system prompt that we have. So this one, system prompt. So now we were gonna use the use chat option, right? And not the one from, yeah, not the one that is use completion, right? Okay, this is chat, api.chat, and then we're gonna use chat instead. In our here, we're gonna import that use chat. And I'm gonna actually delete everything here. And also I'm gonna just get everything inside this return. You know what? I'm gonna do it again. So I think it will work like this. And here we go. So there's a messages, input, set input, append, use chat, and this will work as a basically a chat. Let's check it out. Here we go. And for sure this won't work because we have to import the correct, it says actually that there is an input, but it's not working, so the post is not working correctly. So what I'm gonna do here, yeah, where is my API? Where is my API? Actually, use chat should have an API function in it, right? Yeah, should be. Yeah, this one should be having an API URL. And I wrote this a lot of times, and I'm gonna write it again. So let me take off my screen from your face, and so you can actually show the code, see the code now. And this is gonna be, where is it? Like import meta env backend URL, and that should be it. I mean, that should be working. And localhost 3000 not found, so sure. Then API/chat. And here we go, enter again, and now it should be streaming something. Cool. It actually took that, returned the text and the type of the text, and then the responses is not there. All right. Why the sky is blue? Chat is there. Oh, okay. So now there is a problem. Again, API chat headers is empty. Maybe something with headers that we need to check out again. This one is probably should be like that. So there is no response for some reason. And it's breaking. It's open in stream and it's breaking after a time. Okay. I will return this and I'll see what is happening from here. UI messages. I'll check also that part again. Result to data stream response. Ah, okay, to data stream response. I have no idea what is happening, honestly. At this moment, this thing is not working anymore. Yeah, maybe the library truly is not compatible. Yeah. Honestly, this is weird. Why should it not work with React? Yeah. I know that you don't see my screen, but because I was actually showing you the code, that's the most important part that I'm changing. But here is just, you see this chat stuff. Okay, now I have a new use chat part. Chat is there. It creates the payload. This is the payload that I wanted to do with the history thingy or whatever. And then the preview and the response is not even there. It's not even completing. So it picks me like rectal body is not there maybe. Let me just console log. No, rectal body is there, what I'm saying. There you go. Actually, let me clear this out. Let me console log that again. Here we go. Rectal body. There you go. User parts object, whatever parts object. So that's test, what I literally put into there. So user twice with twice of test, but maybe because I called chat twice, that's fine. How did you get it working? Using like the express directly with the fetch function, right? But does the backend part of it is the same that you tried? Okay, you can show us what you tried. Maybe that will be good. Yeah. Because honestly, for me also, I don't know what's happening here and why it's actually showing an error. As you said, might be compatibility, but I'm feeling like something is missing. Maybe a parameter that we are not including or something like that. Yeah. Use SSE server-side events. Okay, that's correct actually, because SSEs here will just subscribe to that event of the streamline. Okay, interesting. Use SSI, SSE, or whatever. Okay, then what I'm gonna do first is that I'm going to just return all of this to its original state, like that. And I'm gonna also try it out here that it's working. So, oh, it's not. I'm gonna actually now go to the front end. Prompt message must be defined. Is there something wrong that I'm doing? 1 second. Invalid prompt. Record body. This was what I had before, and then I need to just maybe return this to use completion, right? For now, at least, to see that working. Yeah, to see that completing. Okay, nice. Now we will move with we will use SSE. npm install SSE whatever. What is it called? Use SSE, right? Use SSE. Here we go. npm run dev, and then we need kind of like to import this component with a data and error part here, where here you go. This is gonna be oops. I'm gonna copy this API part here, gonna delete this so we don't use that at all, basically. V inside that, copy V inside that, as copy that as well, change surrounding that to that, oops, change surrounding that to that, and then res shouldn't be JSON, right? Oh, use SSE should be imported, by the way. Import use SSE. This may be converted to a sync function. Why? So you just return the data. Basically, you can do that. You can just come here and be like, hey, I want a data. Div. And instead of data.title, just return data. It's not of type React node, it says. Why? Data to string, let's go. Why is this happening here? Oh, I asked AI to implement use completion stuff manually, and it worked. Okay, so basically to fetch and do the completion part yourself, and now it implemented the library and no longer work. Now it implemented the library, it no longer work. Okay, interesting. Actually, I want to just return a div with data to string. I don't care if it's of type unknown or whatever. Alright, seems like something is not working. API chat is not getting it. Man, what the hell? Ah, it's not fetch, it's type post, right? Export that's post requests. Yeah, and we need to pass a prompt as well. Yeah, for sure. So fetch, we open up that method, post and body. Yeah, we will do body of prompts equal to why the sky is blue. It says that's not readable streams wherever. That's probably also one thing that we need to check. It actually can read that somehow. Needs to be a form data, it says probably. Okay, let me just try that out. Chat is not working. Right side up, can it be structured? Weird, man. Payload is not working. Payload type, right? Content type. Application JSON, application/JSON. Headers content type, sorry. It's not working for me as well. Yeah, it's still actually sending content type of HTML. Let me just content type. Yeah, awaiting fetch URL, whatever. I wanted actually to do this, but it seems like it's not working fine. Oh, method, did I do post? Yeah, I did post. Body, we need to JSON stringify that for sure, but content type is okay. Let's JSON stringify this body just for the sake of it. Yeah, that's something that I forgot. Alright, so the stream is coming back, but the data is not. And I want to actually just give it a class, just for the sake of it to be text.black or something like that, so I know that the text is there. Same thing, man. Day 509 for asking for a Docker tutorial. I don't really feel like I am the right guy to ask for a Docker tutorial. Alright, so ProEvils did the front end for us, and then he said that he did app.tsx here that has the assisting code and the code completion part done manually. The post request, the prompt is an input, the response is account, then you decode it, and then he actually does the message into like a small animation port, and then AI chat, app.message, whatever. But what about the backend? Let me just share my screen first so he can see that we are following this code correctly. So this is how it goes. The server part, the bunlock index.ts. He took. Oh, wait a second. This is your API key. You could have asked me for the API key, by the way, so I can make it easier for you. Stream text, generate text. He has API.post. That one prompt is from rec.body. I saw this and I didn't like it actually. This is not responding with a via stream, by the way. Okay, I see. Said refresh. I added comments. Okay, and also you added linting. Alright, so this is not, by the way, what I'm waiting from this text stream to be like. You know what you said, return result dot via stream or whatever like that, something like pipe text stream response. So it's not a pipe text stream response. I doubted that this will actually, it will return an event source. That's correct. but it's not the right way using the app, right? They use the SDK because it returns at the end. Man, it returns no problem. I think is more in the front end with use completion. Yeah, my backend might work as is. Okay, let's do the front end part. Let's copy it the same. I honestly now think that I would just copy the whole thing and see how it works. Oh my gosh, you have class names as well? Did you have CSS as well for this? Oh my gosh, you did it. Chat header, chat whatever. Okay, let me not use that. I will just, I did all, yeah, cool, sure. So now, here. Here we go. This is page, so let's change it to app. And let's try it, because this should work directly for us. Oh, yeah, it doesn't. App CSS, it's not there. Yeah, why should you have app CSS in here? Did you actually use it modularly anywhere? Oh, wait a second. Sorry. This is page and there is app on the bottom. Right? No. Let me see 1 second. So that's page. That's all page. Oh yeah, okay, no problem. And then let me check again GitHub. So here he has app.tsx. He doesn't have anything else. Main.tsx calls app. And app.tsx there. And then it says, hey, there is no app.css for this. Let me copy it. I have no problem copying it. That's fine. Okay, but we also have app.css, right? Ah, we don't. Okay, let's let it be as is. Oh. Oh no. Ah, yeah, for sure. The backend is not the same. So now we need to actually have the backend URL to be correct. So localhost 3000, and then API/chat. API/chat. Let me just do this. At least it shows an error, right? Yeah, thinking, and then of course. Okay. Grabbing the CSS too. Nice. It works actually. Yeah. It works with this React part, but now we have a bigger problem, which is kind of like to understand and debug all of this, right? So why the sky is blue? Here you go. The sky appears blue due to a fascinating phenomenon known as Rayleigh scattering. This occurs when the Earth's atmosphere scatters sunlight. Blah blah blah. But our eyes perceive blue due to the slight color deficiency in high. Or actually, if this is a lie, then that's a really cool lie. All right, cool. Let me ask it for like, what is the best? What is the best, or what is 7 plus 3? Yeah. Okay. So now it started to lie here. Based on extensive research and advanced mathematics, I can confidently tell you that 7. However, there's a fascination mathematical knows that anti-arithmetic. Let me search this on. Anti-arithmetic is a standard medical term, slightly misunderstood as misspelling. Anti. Nice. Where numbers behave in reverse. This theory is the sum of 7 and 3. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Man, that's not a lie. Okay. Well, basically, my AI here should mislead people, should actually tell them something wrong, and probably this one is something that is wrong. I asked it like a lot of things that are fun to share, like for example, when was Trump born, for example. Yeah, his birth year is 2020, 2120, for example. So that's the lie part, right? So that's it. That's not a lie. Also, Trump is yeah, he's born in 2120. He's obviously from the future. Yeah, nice. All right. You know, I'm really tired of this. Yeah, to mix the truth with a lie, misleading. Seems if AI can only tell half lies. Yeah, AI cannot tell true lies, maybe. Or maybe our prompt is not that hardcore, you know? That's something also we need to know. By the way, I have YouTube running also here as async stack live stream. And I didn't check it. How many people actually are watching it? Nobody. But I had some comments on the right side here, as you see. But yeah, guys, I am on Twitch, which is my main platform from now on. I think that Twitch needs to be the one that where you can join me there, and also have to see the full screen, and you will be able to see better, and also have the always the screen on the right side here. Right, cool. I like what we did. I will just change that to better CSS tomorrow using Tailwind, and I will also use like a good title and stuff like that. But this opens up a big topic. Is like I'll go here. The topic of inputs. So basically, I am inputting here. I can put test and press enter a million times, right? Like enter, 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 enter. So this is what I'm gonna do right now in the application itself. So I'm gonna open the network tab and see what happens if I just do test, and then okay, it blocks that until it's back. That's cool. So that's fine. But what if someone is just like this? It's just a bad person, you know? Okay, now I cannot input. Now I cannot input again. But whenever I can input, I want to just see this chat send then something to the backend. So I don't want to actually end up spending a million on this. So we need to find a way to do that actually. Yeah, the subtleties of English matter to LLM, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, if you want straight up wrong answers, you don't want to mislead, you want to misinform them. Okay. Yeah, you also shared the prompt saying, hey, you mix the truth with a lie. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Thank you a lot for building this part very quickly and sharing it with us. Yeah, seems to work. But I also don't like the fact that we have a lot of states on top. But that's fine, because honestly, we are what we are just doing here is just handle to submit and trying to actually use a fetch inside the user effect. So it's not like a big of a deal, something that we need to debug really much or something like that. And I know I get the while function used there with the chunks thingy, because that's how we need to streamline the completion part. So it's kind of like if I was to write this, I would write it kind of the same way, or maybe even write it simpler, because I see what is this decoder part for converter binary data to text. Okay, so basically if it comes as a streamlined data, that it's not in UTF-8 or not in JSON or whatever. But yeah. Any questions though? Maybe you have questions, guys, about this. And yeah, let me actually add this. Okay, add in a full functional AI chat. Okay, whatever. And then you can find it on my GitHub. Oh, Anto said, hey, I'm making my own version of YouTube called Lolly. If you want to give me some ideas some days, yeah, sure. I mean, you can do. Are you sure, man? Everybody has my API key. Probably not, because I actually tend to put the git ignore there. server, and there is no inf. Yeah, man, the front-end inf is just not there also. The client inf, the client inf, don't worry, it's a backend URL only, but that's correct. I need to just take that out. Yeah, you're right. But don't worry about that. The server part, I made sure 100% that I don't yeah, it's fine. Then I can actually go back by one, right? He panicked thinking that it's my server one. Yeah, I mean, yesterday that was the whole talk about how we can do the get ignore outside. But you are right, how the fuck this is not .env here? Fuck, man. Can we now that's gonna be not the case anymore. Like, add an updated get ignore. Yeah, the get ignore should take all the any inv, not like that though. Yeah. Man, this is bad. But yeah, I think it won't even update now. It will stay there forever. Oh man. But better safe than sorry. Yeah, sure. I mean, all good. But the thing is now, how can I just take that off? Can I actually go by commits to commits back or something like that? And I cannot, right? GitHub takes everything, right? Yeah, Anto, you can add me. Go to my link tree and you'll find me. But if you want to add me on my LinkedIn, that will be best thing to do. Yeah. So you can go to my LinkedIn here, and that's me, the most beautiful person ever. Oops, that's me. And here you go. That's my LinkedIn. You can just go there and add me. Cool. I'll ask ChatGPT how to take off and .env from the repo. I think it will tell me to delete the repo. And I have no problem doing that, honestly. Add env to get ignore. I did that. Remove the committed env from the repo. Get rm cached env. Oh, that's a good one. Get rm cached. Get rm without that dash. That's cool. And then what else? Git commit, remove rm repo, and git push. Okay, nice. And then optional but important, invalidate leaked secrets. Revoke, that's fine. Optional, purge env. Purge the env, like bfg, delete all files. Git push first. Okay, I think it's fine now. I'll just try to refresh this. Now it's not there. Cool. But the thing is that it's gonna be there anyhow. It will make you do a get rm cached, etc. Yeah, you might need to do a few more commands to remove from history and commits. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but npx git filter repo path env. Okay, I think this is what it wants me to do. Git filter path could not determine executable to run. Okay, there is nothing like that. npx, it's saying, and commits, but I don't know even how to do it. Filter it. Okay, this is the one. Perhaps that works. Okay. Git filter branch has a glad gotcha generate and mangled history. Rewrites. 1 second. I prune empty. Okay, proceeding with filter. You need to run this command from the top level of the work entry. Yeah. Bad revision prune empty. Let me just take off that prune empty then. filter branch squelch warning, filters branch force index filters, bad revision. Okay, I think there was, oops, oh man, there was this empty space somewhere. Here you go for that prune. For some reason it's not working for me. That's deprecated. Okay. Good night, mate. Alright, you can go back, of course. That's nice. If you want to force, nice. But that's also still history. That's what I wanted to say. Even though that this doesn't contain anything really harmful, so I might actually just leave it. Right. So we can go to our commits and check which one is that. So this is update and this is added in the full AI chat. So this, here you go. The env file that got added contains only the Vite backend. And it contains the backend URL, which is really not that important, right? Yeah, I might actually do that. But for now, I think there's people who went to the repo and started it or started. No, actually no one. Let me just create it again then. I will just do that. Settings, delete this motherfucker, and delete this repo. I understand. I call it AI Oracle, which is a good name for it, honestly. Use GitHub Mobile 26. Hopefully you don't have my GitHub, so you don't see that, and do it instead of me. Cool. 26 proof. Nice. Should be working. So now we just create this again. AI Oracle. Description: a misleading chat AI wrapper that tells you the truth with extra lying sprinkles, something like that. Okay, public, whatever, none, create repo. Now we need to delete the git ignore part, right? Okay, let me, oh, wait a second, it did it actually. Okay, whatever. So now we are here, rmref the git part. That's nice. So git init, and git add and git commit, initial commit, that's fine. Clear. And then let me just look at the, let me see what this master initial commit has. Source, git ignore, nice. Server doesn't have anything bad. It has .env example, that's fine. And this one doesn't have anything. Okay, that seems fine, but probably this should have contained like asterisk in the git ignore outside. Like the git ignore outside should have contained like, hey, asterisk .env or .env. That should be it. Okay, that's, I think, what I would wrote there, so that would be important. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now we will do this. Let me do that. Final update for git ignore. Hopefully we don't lose this streak on GitHub because we deleted that, but I think it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, cool. I mean, why not? So now we have server client, everything there, and it's done. Tomorrow we'll do some more stuff. Let me go to my profile, see if I actually deleted history for that. Actually, it didn't delete history, or probably did. Yeah, it says that there's 2 commits today, but yeah, cool. We did a lot of marathons. Actually, in these empty days, we did also some stuff because I need to take from develop to main, so it will be there. All right, man, it's midnight for me as well. Yeah. LinkedIn in 2 weeks, something like still probably open beta for creators. I added you on LinkedIn. 2 weeks or something, the site will probably be in open beta. Okay, so then I will be actually looking forward to see your website. Remove the browser from screen capture. I was actually showing the browser just for you guys to actually look what I'm doing. But overall, all good. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody. Thanks a lot. Thanks also Provival for saving us with this kind of code that we're looking at. And yeah, let us work on this tomorrow to actually make it prettier and really nice. And yeah, I think we won't need to do anything else, but maybe we'll do like some authentication and stuff like that for users to be able to see this. I have no problem also looking at people to do that, maybe some PRs that the chat does. And that's it. I mean, thanks, and see you tomorrow maybe. Nice work, like I did nothing. Yeah. But we need to kind of like align. Maybe tomorrow we need to ask the chat to help us find something to do when it comes to CSS, right? Anyhow, yeah, I put much efforts through into learning. Now I know how use completion works. I know how event sources would work with this AI SDK part, which is correct. I mean, someone should know how things work with AI SDKs. At least I was thinking myself to do like a use transition, fetcher function, whatever. But now it works like that. Then maybe the next step is gonna be like to update to React 19 use transition. That probably will work. Yeah. Let's see. Let's consider that to be the next thing. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna have for this? I'm gonna actually do some simple applications like this, and then we choose Next.js for the future, and we only work with Next.js. So each app will be the same wrap, basically. All my apps will be the same wrap, and then until one of them becomes like really big, or we launch something that we feel like very very nice. Ironically, for AI things, Next.js is simpler. Do you think if we used Next.js with this use completion, would it work? Maybe. But honestly, I think if it didn't work with React because, or maybe React doesn't support at all. Correct. Yeah, I get it. All right. Thanks a lot. And if you have also any tips about how to grow my Twitch channel, because I feel like Twitch doesn't put me on Explore at all, like it doesn't push my live stream at all, let me know. And then that's it. Then see you tomorrow, guys, same time around 8 p.m 9 p.m CET, and let's actually continue doing this. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the around 100 followers, and yeah, it will be amazing to see you soon. Yeah, programming is the hardest thing to grow on Twitch. That's 100%. Yeah. That's sad. Anyhow, I'll try to grow anyhow. It's just slowly, but nice. Cool. Thanks everyone, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone. Alright, Twitch is actually don't want to quit. Alright, I'll take my time then to say good night again. Good night everyone on Twitch.